talks between US and Iran. Not much came out of it in the first round in Oman, but it seemed that both sides expressed the interest and intent to carry on this process beyond the first engagement. And you mentioned the visit of Irani foreign minister to Moscow. It is significant, Mr. Solangi, because the future of Iranian nuclear program has a lot to do with Moscow for two reasons. Number one, in the Ukraine war, it is well known that Iran and Russia collaborated extensively in terms of defense cooperation, and there are reports of Iranian drones being exported to meet the defense needs of Russia on the Ukraine front. But also, most important regarding Iran's nuclear program under IAEA is that most of its nuclear facilities are of Russian origin. So any talk by any possible attack from US or Israel on Iranian nuclear program would essentially mean an attack on a Russian facility at a time when Russia and US seem to be willing to mend fences and come close to each other. I think any possible attack or disruption of Iranian nuclear program and facilities of Russian origin could significantly dent the hopes that both Mr. Trump and Mr. Putin have of improved US-Russia relations. But I'd like your thoughts on it as well.
I'm sure you have seen the reports suggesting Trump stopping Netanyahu from their plans to attack the nuclear facilities of Iran, telling them that let me try this diplomatic course. In today's scenarios, Trump has only one friend, Mr. Putin. Nobody else. And the ties between Iran and Russia are quite robust. So, despite the desire of Netanyahu to attack Iran, Mr. Trump is in a very difficult situation. Mr. Trump is friendless. So is United States these days. Comparing previous wars with the current situation, it's entirely different. And we should see the visit of Saudi defense minister in this light. If you remember, it was China who brokered the deal between Iran and Saudi Arabia. The relations have greatly improved. Saudi Arabia would not like attack on Iran that would destroy its oil facilities, since more and more reports suggest their nuclear stockpiles would not be destroyed by the weaponry both US and Israel had. So in that situation, I think the world should await a positive outcome coming out of talks in Rome. If not tomorrow, then in the next round. As much as the hawks would want war between US and Iran, the possibilities are too low. There would be saber rattling, but the current situation would push both US and Israel to have some kind of diplomatic solution out of this conflict.
Indeed, I agree with you, Mr. Solangi. And just briefly, let me add three more pieces of information related to this very important uh, Iran nuclear crisis. First off, in the diplomatic domain, you rightly mentioned that the extraordinary visit of the Saudi defense minister being welcomed and given guard of honor in Tehran by their defense chief is symbolically and historically very significant. And the reports, even in the Western media, suggest that Washington has been warned by its key Arab allies that they will not allow their airspace to be used in any future military action against Iran and its nuclear facilities, because they don't want to be embroiled in another disastrous, destabilizing conflict at a time of economic and geopolitical uncertainties. That is the first aspect. In the military domain, another worrying development, let me share with you, is that the US defense posture, despite these recent talks in Oman and the upcoming talks in Rome, has been quite aggressive, and there's a steady build-up of US offensive and strategic capabilities in Asia Pacific, but particularly in the Middle East. There have been recent open source intelligence reports of deployment, large-scale deployment of B-2 strategic bombers in Diego Garcia, perhaps the largest such deployment in many years, which is capable of carrying the bunker buster bombs, deep penetration weapon systems, and also a full squadron of 5 US Navy nuclear attack submarines have been deployed in this region. And the US Air Force has also boosted its military presence in the Middle East. So I think this is also a signal to Iran that talk is definitely better than fight. But as Mr. Trump has warned, that if these talks don't succeed, then US is known to negotiate with its threats and challengers with a gun to their head as well. So that is the second aspect. But the third aspect is also very important, and that is that unlike 10 years ago, when Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, popularly known as Iran nuclear deal, was signed, this time it's US and Iran on their own, and they are not supported by the European powers like Germany, Britain, France, China, and Russia in these talks, because as you rightly pointed out, this time Trump administration has successfully isolated itself diplomatically at the multilateral forums in the first 2 months of being in office.